Hello, lovely Milky Way galaxy. So stick with me here. I know that you're probably sick and tired of me talking about sports on this channel. The fact that I know I should start vlogs like that, but this one I'm starting like that. So I want to talk about the SF Giants really quick. I know I don't talk about them a whole lot, and there's probably a good reason for it. I just can't think of it right now. The fact is that this postseason, or not postseason, this off-season, I should say, has been very busy for the Giants. Now, I'm not saying that they should have gotten Judge or they shouldn't have gotten Judge. I'm talking about Aaron Judge here. It would have been nice to have Aaron Judge on our team this season and for as long as humanly possible. But again, he signed a 9-year deal worth like $360 million with the Yankees. And that's okay. Let them have him. I'm not saying it wasn't saddening to hear that news. The fact remains, though, that we did get a pretty big contract or player to play for us for the next 13 years, which I will get to at the very end. Now, there are other free agents out there who could still sign with the Giants, SF Giants. I don't know who they are or what it's going to be like, but we'll just have to wait and see, because spring training is not till the end of February, early March. And so what the Giants have done already, they signed 2 pitchers, Sean Manea or Manea or something along those lines. I don't know how to pronounce his last name. He played with the A's, and he probably played with some other teams that I can't think of off the top of my head right now. I think one of them was the Twins, now that I think back. But that's beside the point. And then they signed another pitcher, but both these pitchers they signed for 2 years, $25 million, which is Ross Stripling, ROSS space STRIPLING, Stripling. And they also signed an outfielder by the name of Mitch Haniger, to a 3-year, $43.5 million deal. And we lost a few players, a few players went to free agency over the course of this offseason. Like Brandon Belt's a free agent. He's getting up there in age. He's injury prone. So there's that. And, most of their players are getting kind of up there in age. Like Brandon Crawford's going to be 36 next year, or 35. And this will probably be his last year playing for the Giants, because this is his final year in his contract. I don't know how many years left Mike Yastrzemski has. I don't know how many years Austin Slater has left on his contract. And so who knows what the rest of the offseason is going to have. But the biggest contract that we signed this season, or this offseason, was one Carlos Correa for 13 years. Yesterday he signed a deal for 13 years, $350 million. Now, I don't know if he has an opt-out clause in his contract or what the situation is. He's only 28, so by the time his contract expires, he'll probably be 41 years old. He will be 41 years old. And like I said, there's still so many free agents out there in the world that the Giants could sign. I'm not saying they're going to sign them. Next year, Shohei Ohtani is probably going to be a free agent, which means that the Giants could go after him or they could not. It really depends on how much the Giants are going to have to work with after that big contract they gave Carlos Correa yesterday. And I'm just happy to see some of these or all of these guys join our team. Now, like I said, there's still some free agents out there that they could sign. They might be not as big as names as Carlos Correa or Aaron Judge or Xander Bogaerts or things like that. By the way, Bogarts went to the Padres. I can't remember how many years or how much money it was for. So the Padres are going to be a tough team this year in the NL West. And the Giants could easily be that with signing Correa for that long-term contract. They could be good with, Haniger out in the outfield. They could be great with the two pitchers that we picked up already. So who knows what the new season's going to have in store for the NL West. It could be the Dodgers, Padres, and Giants right there at the top. Or it could be anyone. I don't know. Arizona really didn't do anything so far. And Colorado hasn't really done anything so far in this offseason. So I'm just excited to welcome those four individuals I mentioned in this vlog. And anyone else who decides to come to San Francisco and play for the Giants. Whether it's 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 13 years, however many years it is. I'm excited. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this season shapes up to be, with all these new players that they've signed and anyone else that they could sign in the near future or leading up to spring training when that happens in February, at the end of February, early March. So that's what I wanted to discuss with you guys today because I felt that was important. There are other sports that I could talk about, like the San Jose Sharks. They're not having the best season. I could talk about any other teams that I follow. Like Ohio State's playing Georgia in the first semifinal college football game. And who knows what's going to happen in that game. That game's not until December 31st, which is still a couple weeks away. Which reminds me, now that we're getting towards the end of the vlog, today is Vlogmas Day 14, so happy Vlogmas Day 14. There are 11 days until Christmas. I don't know if we're doing Christmas early, if we're doing it sometime next week, or if we're going to do it on the day that it happens, which is not this Sunday, but it's next Sunday, or what's going to happen with that. I'll let you guys know as soon as I know. It's really going to depend on what my brother's schedules are for, because they're the ones that we're looking at. Everyone else in this family doesn't work, so. And that's okay. Well, 2 of them are retired, so technically, and it's okay that I don't work, just to let you guys know. Anyways, that's beside the point. So, today's the 14th day of December, which means, like I said, there's 11 days until Christmas Day. There's 10 days till Christmas Eve. There's 16 or 17 days until the end of 2022, which means that 2023 will be here before we know it, which I know you're probably sick and tired of me talking about. So let's just end it here. We got 2 birthdays to wish, so let's wish those 2 individuals a happy birthday. I'd like to wish Simone Vandersteeg a happy birthday, and Vanessa Hudgens a happy birthday today as well. So, the next birthday I have on YouTube is tomorrow, which we'll talk a little bit more about there. The next one I have on Instagram is not till the 17th. So let's just go really quick run down through how many birthdays are left. So we got 1 on the 15th, 1 on the 17th, 3 on the 18th, 1 on the 19th, 2 on the 21st, 2 on the 22nd, 2 on the 23rd, 1 on the 25th, 2 on the 27th, 2 on the 28th, 3 on the 29th, 2 on the 30th, and 3 on the 31st. And that's it, basically, for birthdays. So there's a few left, but not very many left. And then we got to start the whole cycle over again in January, and February, and March, and April, and May, and June, and July, and August, September, October, November, and then December again. Which means that also, before I say goodbye, we're almost halfway through Vlogmas. Almost halfway through. Tomorrow, the 16th is about the halfway point. Because I'm going through all the way through the 31st. Some individuals might go for another 10 or 11 days, or some might not even do Vlogmas. But I've been doing it for 6 years now, since 2017, and we're in 2022. And I love doing Vlogmas. I mean, it's fun for me, even though it may not seem fun when I'm filming these vlogs. It's fun for me. Anyways, I'm getting off I'm getting on a tangent here, and I shouldn't be. So I will see you tomorrow with a brand new vlog, and bye bye.